the sole administrator for Old West Local Government Area and the Imo State Chairman of Association of Local Governments of Nigeria, Algon.
Okay, sir. With me here, by my left, we have
Joe Wachuku. I'm representing the Daily Independent.
okay, sir.
My name is Chinyere, working Orient FM and TV, producer.
Okay, sir.
Sabi Elemba is my name. I work with Business Day newspaper.
Yes,
Alright.
my name is Jude Uwamonam and I write for Daily Trust.
Okay, next please.
My name is Priska Mabonare for Orient FM and Television, House of Assembly correspondent.
Last but not the least, my name is Chantel, Daily Sun Newspapers.
And I am Chantel, Adanna, Chinyere, SA Networking to the government. By virtue of your office, you are the sole administrator and also doubles as the chairman of Algon. Every local government is adjudged, every local government chairman, they are adjudged to be the governors of the various local governments. In the face of insecurity, what do you think should be the role of your members to enable peace, to ensure and enable peace and security in Imo State? As the chief executive being the governor of Imo State, Governor Okolieogwo cannot be everywhere and at the same time.
Yes, thank you for that question. I want to believe that you are part and parcel of presidents of Imo State in the last couple of months from year 2001 to date. And I can assure you that the present situation security-wise in Imo State today is not the same way it has been in the last couple of months. It has drastically reduced to the barest minimum. And that's as a result of an awesome and wonderful synergy between the state governor, and of course, those are the local government holding sway for him, and of course, holding sway for the people at the local area, which we call the sole administrators or the chairmen of councils. I've been working synergy, wonderful synergy, and collaborating very, very well to make sure that there is adequate security for the people. And if they are not working at the local government level, definitely you will agree with me that the situation as it is now cannot still be the same thing as it is now, because there is a drastic reduction of the level of insecurity in Imo State today. That's simply because the local government administrators, the sole administrators, are working assiduously in conjunction with the state government, the state government. And that is why you can see that there is relative peace today, security-wise, as far as the state is concerned. And of course, the local government. There may still be some pockets of it, but you know, insecurity is part and parcel of the society, so you can't wipe it 100%. But I can assure you that the way it is today, His Excellency the Governor has done noble in conjunction with his men at the local government and sole administrators.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. We have, in every local government, we have the presence of president generals. What has been their role so far in terms of success delivery? And also, what is the current relationship your members and their PGs are like?
Yeah, the current relationship between the PGs and of course the sole administrators and the council chairman is wonderful. What will give you evidence of that is because I am not aware of any serious discomfort or disagreement or quarrels between autonomous communities, either through the traditional rulers or the town union president with the local government chairman. There hasn't been. If there is any, please remind me. So if there isn't, it simply means that they are working in synergy. There's harmonious relationship. And as far as I'm concerned, the traditional rulers, of course, the PGs, who of course are in charge of the community, they are there helping government to mobilize the community people the youth, the women, and the people at the community level, and working in synergy with the government to make sure that there is this same peace we are talking about at that level, and of course, making the economy also stable. Without them, of course, it wouldn't be possible. Just like you rightly said, the governor cannot be at all the local government at the same time. Just like the local government chairman cannot be at all the communities at the same time. So they have some legs of helping situations to work. Those legs include the traditional town union president, of course, the traditional leaders. So everybody putting hands together is just resulting to the simple and seamless peace we have so far in the state.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. I believe that my colleagues also have some questions for you. So,
As I said earlier, can you just tell us, I may be divert to the question you raised.
no problem.
Are you people comfortable with the House of Assembly for voting against local government areas to be autonomous? Are you people happy that is the Algon?
We are not supposed to be comfortable because it's something that concerns us. But I am not a member of the Imo State House of Assembly, so they may have seen what I am not seeing that warranted their decision. But for as long as I'm concerned, democratically speaking, I feel that if the independence is given to the local government structure, that would be wonderful. But sometimes spectators are more worried than the players. So if you go to the House of Assembly, they are the players. The people that are not there are spectators. So they may have the additional information or reason why they voted the way they voted. So I'm not there and I cannot speak why they did it.
Okay, sir. The next person, please.
Okay.
My name is Chinyere, Orient FM and TV, Government House producer. Now, sir, I want to find out, having seen the dividends of democracy by His Excellency Distinguished Senator Okolieogwo in the States, what role is your office, under your watch, under the local government, doing to ensure that His Excellency is re-elected for another 4 years?
His Excellency from day one, in January 14, 2020 to date, has proven some detractors wrong, because some people felt that he cannot deliver. But unknown to them, or maybe mischievously so, His Excellency is a man who prepared himself right from the legislature. As a two-time Senator of the Federal Republic, he knows his onion, and I think he has come to change the narrative, both in administration, management of human and material resources in the state. In fact, the way I'm seeing things and the way I hear people talk, he seems to have overtaken Sam Bakwe, But I know that by the time he ends this term of 4 years, Igbo-lites are already angling to ask him to please come and continue another 4 years. Because what he has done, no government so far in the history of him has done that. I'm talking about what he was able to achieve within the first 100 days in office, within the first 1 year in office, within the first 2 years in office, and now trying to, clock the remaining 4 years, completing the term. He has done marvelously well. There is no government so far. Everywhere in the state. I'm talking about the entire 27 local government areas of the state. The effect of his governance is being felt everywhere, except those who want to be, mischievous, or you don't want to tell yourself the truth. But I can tell you that it's about development, it's about governance. Everything will not come to table at the same time. Those who have not gotten it now will definitely get it before the end of this term. And so far, he has scored more than 80%, I can tell you. He has scored more than 80%. That's why, even after the first 100 days in office, and maybe the first 2 years in office, Igbo-lites have started clamoring for him to please keep the good work going. And resultantly, they are also now asking him to please accept to come back and complete the next 4 years, making it 8 years. And he has the right of first refusal in that sense. And for as long as he opens his mouth to accept the urge and the request and the pressure from Imolas, I also plead with him to please accept to come back and complete what he has started. And I know that given that opportunity, he will turn Imo to become another Dubai. I can assure you that.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. I want to ask one question. On my social media, there is one particular woman that is always agitated that although Zoom and this environment that the governor has abandoned Oluzo in terms of infrastructural development. You are from Olu West or Olu East one. So is such agitation correct?
Well, I don't know the yardstick of measurements, but you see, William Shakespeare says that that which is important to you is treated last. Also is important to the Excellency. And commonsensically speaking, he may not be in a hurry to treat his own first. He would want to treat others first and come back to himself. Concurring to what William Shakespeare said, that which is important is treated last. So, also is part and parcel of the state, in as much as he's handling the Owerri zone and the Okigwe zone, he will still do something in the Owerri zone and Oluzo. And I don't know why somebody would say that he has abandoned Oluzo. For crying out loud, the road from Owerri down to Olu, a road where you can cruise with your eyes wide, completely open. If you like, you can close it and drive down the road. No bumps, no crevices, no color, no obstruction. That hasn't been the story of that road in the last 20 years.
You mean which road?
The Olu road. It hasn't. It's a different kettle of fish altogether. I'm aware from 1999 of Ashikri Dewa throughout the 8 years. I know the situation of that road. He couldn't do much on that road. Roger Sokorosha, who also is from Oluzo, couldn't do anything on that road. But this man came within the first 2 years. He made that road one of the best roads in the entire Southeast. And it's a federal road for that matter. We're talking about a road spanning over 36 kilometers, left, right, dualized, with street light end to end. He didn't stop there. He has just started again from Olu down to Akokwa, down to Ka. He's still within Oluzo. So I wouldn't know the yardstick the person will be measuring that he is seemingly abandoning Olu. So it's one thing at a time, like I said. Now he is facing road infrastructure and is getting across all the nooks and crannies of the entire state. He's touching on he's touching on Igbo, he's touching on Owerri. So I don't know who will say that Olu is abandoned. How? The teaching hospital that was abandoned also before he came in, he rehabilitated the teaching hospital.
Okay.
Our graduates, the medical students that couldn't graduate all through this period, that teaching hospital is located in Olu. Infrastructures were given to that place. The students from that, the medical students, were able to graduate. So I don't know, the nursing hospital, the nursing hospital somewhere, I think around Olu, is also booming. The Geo Mbadiwe University is another education that is located in Olu after retrieving it from the previous government. The College of Polytechnic, rather, Imo State Polytechnic, is right now in Ohuma. It's part of Olu. These are things that are bringing development to the people. So if you are talking about having rehabilitated the teaching hospital, try to do the road, even leading to that hospital that was abandoned for several years. The medical students have been graduated. The university is at Akokwa, that or not, and the College of the Polytechnic is also at Omo. These are all Omo. So I don't know why anybody will say that he abandoned Omo, except somebody wants to be mischievous or saying half of the truth. For as long as I'm concerned, His Excellency has done noble. He has done noble in people. He has done great in the world, and he has not stopped. He's continuing to do.
Okay, so over the years, we have the presence of primary health care in our various local governments, where people in the communities, they will go to, when they are sick, they will go to the health center to get treated. But midway, for over 16 years or so, some of the health centers, if not all, in our various communities are no longer functioning. Under your watch as a local government chairman of Algon, what is the current situation of primary health care centers in our local governments currently?
Yeah, I don't know when last you did your research as far as primary health system in Imo State is concerned. Within the first 1 year in office of His Excellency, he mandated all the local government chairmen, that was under the Interim Management Committee, to ensure that the 305 primary health centers at all the local government areas, in all the wards in the local government areas, were rehabilitated. Funds were made available. And the then Interim Management Committee members and chairmen, they took that project personally to ensure that they were all delivered. And if you do your check, as I speak to you, you will confirm that the 305 primary health care, in each electoral ward, in each local government. If you have 12 wards, it means that you have 12 primary health centers rehabilitated in that local government. If you have 10, the same thing. If you have 13, ditto. That not has 14 wards. If you go there, you also confirm that there are 14 health centers rehabilitated in that tournament.
Under the governor of Imo State?
Within 2 years of His Excellency Governor Okolieogwo. You know, because I'm sure you are talking from your experiences, like okay, right you said, 15 years ago. I'm talking about right now as I speak. If you go to these hospitals, to these clinics, in all the electoral wards, 305 of them in Imo, you will confirm.
Are they habitable now?
They are not only habitable, they give attention, medical attention to people at that level.
Personnel, nurses?
Personnel are there, yes, personnel, nurses are there. You may talk about medical doctors. I know that one thing at a time, like I've always said, gradually medical doctors who are not there will also get there. But I can tell you that personnel are there, drugs are made available, you know, people are receiving treatment accordingly, and all of that. So the local government, the health centers, as much as I know, are done properly what they're expected to do. And in addition, I'm aware also that the Association of Local Governments of Nigeria, Algon, national level, as far back as 2006, awarded primary health care facilities in all the local governments, in the 774 local governments of the Federation. In Imo, we have 27 of them. That was awarded by the then government. I think that was under our Obasanjo regime, 2006. And our brother here, Nathan, the man from Agoto Academy.
Okay,
Atano, yes. Atano, yes. He's the contractor from Imo here.
For the health centers?
The health centers, 774 of them in the entire federation.
Wow. To rehabilitate,
well equipped to. As I speak to you, when I came in here 2001, 2002, I attended the next meeting of Algon National, and that matter was tabled, and we had the mandate to ensure that those hospitals, if not completed, must be completed, equipped and delivered to the local governments. and that was adequately done as at September, October 2001. They were all complete.
Is Senator Adanna currently equipping those?
Yeah, gradually. He has his own. In fact, the Algon eventually nominated a committee that is going between the Algon National and the Adanna National's company, ensuring that those hospitals where they were not completed should be completed. I'm aware that the one for Chinyere was abandoned, but now rehabilitated. The one for that
who rehabilitated that of Chinyere?
Algon now through the contractor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they were brought back to site to ensure that where they didn't complete them, they must complete and equip them and hand them over to the local government. That of Oru West, I'm aware that 2006 when it was awarded, it was completed. But what they couldn't do was to equip them properly. And those equipment, like they brought sample generator and some other equipment to make up the place. The matter is still on because there are some litigation between Atan and of course Algon. That was actually what brought about insisting that the contractor should go back to site if he must collect all the money that he collects.
Okay, he stopped midway.
He stopped midway. I said the contract was awarded 2006 and somewhere along the line it was abandoned completely. Wow. So it was the recent Algon National Chairman who insisted that those projects must be completed if all the payments must be made to the contractor, because I think the contractor got a court order to get his money paid. Meanwhile, the projects or the contract have not been completed. So Algon insisted that yes, no problem. Since court has given you the order to collect your money, collect it, but those ones you didn't do, you must do them before you collect the money.
Okay.
So after that, that was in 2021. By 2022, most of those projects, as far as the state is concerned, because I personally supervise them and ensure that my representative visited all those hospitals, they were properly done. Algon National sent a representative, they came here, and we confirmed the status of all these hospitals and formally handed them over to the interim management committee chairman of that time before the appointment of the sole administrator. So these hospitals at that level are also functioning. In addition to the 305 that His Excellency mandated the chairman and the local government to get rehabilitated. So I'm sure that the medical services and health services are properly taken care of, except maybe when you are anticipating to have a tertiary medical service and you're expecting that to come from the local government. Definitely you can't get that. If you need the tertiary one, you come to the state.
Okay.
Let me reshape my question. Thank you very much, sir, the Algon chairman. The local government, we know, is the top tier of government and has been agitating for financial autonomy. So we want you to tell us the situation and what you people has been doing for that.
Yeah, your question is not too far from the one I earlier handled when your colleague he asked whether we were happy that the State House of Assembly voted against the independence of the local government. And my answer is still almost the same answer that I gave you. Autonomy, like I said, yes, as a human being, as a body, ordinarily we would want independence. And those who are at the top, they see wider than those who are down. We are the local government. Even though we are interested to have our independence, those at the top are seeing wider and clearer than those of us downstairs. So they should know better why that independence has not been granted. So for as long as we want it, we expect them to actually inform us of what they are seeing so that we will also be on the same page in as much as we are interested in getting the independence, so that all of us will be at the same page and flow at the same time. So however it is, the system is still running.
Okay, sir.
For a very long time, that tier of government appeared to be in the doldrum in terms of payment of salaries, allowances. Now, I want to find out what is the situation now under the current dispensation. Are local government employees still being owed? Local government pensioners being owed because there has been a lot of agitation against over their welfare.
You know, yeah, the management of human beings, like the researchers will say, is much more difficult than the management of a machine. Because you can command a machine and they will give you results accordingly. For a human being, even if you give him directive, the moment he leaves from the same place where you are with him, he goes again and does whatever that comes into his mind. So sometimes this staff we are talking about will be asked to supply their personal data to be able to, update government with this data so that relevant financial responsibility can be met. But human beings being what they are, you may ask them to give you A, they give you B. Just like they asked Adam from what to Adam, where are you? That was the question from God. Instead of going straight to answer, this is where I am. And he was answering a different thing altogether. So he left the biological, rather the geographical question he was asked and started answering biological question. So that is human being for you. Sometimes you may request this staff to say, okay, give me the date of your first employment. Maybe they were employed on the 1st of April, 20 whatever. By the time they want to write 1st of April, they may write at 1. And your document is what will speak for you in your absence. If you wrote at 1 when it's supposed to be 1, it's an error. Computer will throw it back at you. And if you are not there to explain, oh sorry, I wanted to write 1, but mistakenly I wrote at 1, that one is your problem. Then it will warrant you to still come back again after a couple of months to begin to come and correct that error. And in the process, you will feel that you have done the right thing and your payment is not being made. The error was from you. Some people, you ask them, what is your date of birth? They won't give you proper data about your date of birth, and it will affect your payment. But for as long as those ones who have been properly verified, their data and all relevant information intact, they are receiving their salaries without problems. As I went, 100%, no deduction. All of them so far verified properly. So if for one reason or the other you constituted to the problem of why you have not been properly verified, you cannot blame government. But those who are outside the box wouldn't understand these problems. And the man who caused the problem for himself will go back home and begin to say, I've worked for several months, I've not received my salary. Meanwhile, you are the cause of the problem. So the summary of it is that nobody that is working under this government, both at the local government, both at the state, and wherever you are working, for as long as government is concerned, if you have properly gotten your verification properly done, you can be sure you can get your salary and your remunerations intact, 100%, no deduction. Okay. Whether you're a pensioner, whether you're a retiree, whether you are serving a civil servant, your salaries have no problem for as long as the state is concerned. And the same thing to the local government. As I speak to you, just yesterday also, the local government junior staff, they all were mobilized to state to face their promotional exams and all the rest of that. And this is something that has been abandoned for the past 10, 15 years. No promotion, no graduation of this civil servant from one step to another. Because the previous government had decided to just got that abandoned. But Senator Okolieogwo has come and said, no, these people are human beings. They have their families. Why would they go stuck somewhere or other? Let's improve their welfare. Let's improve their reason for being engaged in this service. And the senior staff promotion is being handled. That was the junior staff from my own local government was just handled. So all the strata of the system in the state is receiving adequate attention in terms of salary payment and all that. For as long as your details are correct with government, you don't have any problem with government in terms terms of salary.
So what is the staff strength local government to use?
It depends on the local government. Some people maybe it hovers around maybe depending, like I said, some can have about 200 plus, 300 plus, plus or minus.
So as Algon chair, you must have the total number of local government workers.
I wouldn't have that, I wouldn't have that. If you go to the Ministry of Local Government, I think you'll get that information. And you know now that doing this promotion, the moment promotional steps are taken and all the protocols taken, it will give room for additional staff to come in and replace those who have stepped up. So it's a gradual process, and I can assure you that Senator Obuzodema, the governor, is not sleeping.
From me, sir. My name is Priska Wagner of Orient FM and Television. So in addition to renovating and equipping hospitals and health centers in the state, what is Algon and the state government doing in the area of in the education sector? What are they doing to revive the primary and secondary, public primary and secondary schools in the state? So you may also wish to itemize some other human and infrastructure development of the state government in the rural areas. Thank you, sir.
Yes, talking about education, that is another major stepping stone His Excellency has taken as far as the state is concerned. And at the local government level, I'm aware that by 2021 into 2022, the state, through the Interim Management Committee Chairman, commenced the rehabilitation of each primary school in the 305 electoral wards in the 27 local government areas of the state. But somewhere along the line, there was an issue between the then contractors and the contractors who are currently handling it. But His Excellency insisted that the due process will be followed. You don't just collect money and abandon the project. So the state government and SUBEB are working in tandem to ensure that whatever grey areas that are remaining to tidy that up is tidied up as quickly as possible. And I can assure you that in the next couple of weeks, the rehabilitation of the 305 standard primary schools in the 305 wards of Imo State will soon commence. I'm talking about standard. It's a unique classroom work. It has the head teacher's office. It has a pharmacy. It has, in fact, all the facilities as you can see outside this country. You will see them.
Are they done by the governor of Imo State or by INSUBE?
It's a joint project. It's a counterpart funding project. The state is doing its own part. Of course, the INSUBE will also do its own part. If INSUBE is ready and the state didn't do their own, it's not going to work. Okay. If the state does its own and the INSUBE is not ready, it's not going to work. So it's a partnership thing. Okay. So, and I'm sure that the state has taken its own, it has done its own part. It's just this little issue between the contractors and the others which they are trying to tidy up. And as soon as that is done, we hit the road running.
Okay, sir.
There has not been a substantive local government administration in the state for a very long time. Does it bother you?
I will not answer for the previous government. Unfortunately, the man sitting here and talking was a councillor elected in my ward in 2010. And suddenly, when Rochas Okorocha came to power, exactly on the 6th of June 2011, he dismantled every fabric of the local government system, both the traditional institution, the town union institution, the local government structure, dismantled it. And of course, normally, those agreed went to court, which of course I was part of my team, the 2010 councillors. We went to court, and eventually we got judgment against him. And he's a man that has no respect to constituted authority or law. He ignored the judgment, and lo and behold, he never listened to anybody, and the system remained like that. Just a couple of months before his exit, he concocted what he called a local government election. by selecting some persons from each electoral ward, each autonomous community, not ward now. So you begin to wonder, where did he get that law that enabled him to do such election and say he has done local government election? Then you picked up 27 local government chairmen and said they were elected. You now came to autonomous communities, 640 something of them, and said they are councillors. Which law is that? Is it that of the local government? Is it that of the state assembly? Is it that of the national assembly? There wasn't anything like that. So he never held. It was a dead on arrival program. Then, like I said earlier, the system inherited, the present government inherited the rotten, completely raided and raped system. And His Excellency has taken his time to understudy the situation and begin to ameliorate the situation as it were. And again, election in the local government would have been long done under him. But because of some distractions, call it insecurity, it wasn't possible. But I'm sure that all things being equal, anytime now, that election will be conducted. And as soon as that is done, the system will keep running. But I want to tell you, yes, it's normal, democratically so, to have a constituted local government system instituted in all the local government. But I can assure you that the people he appointed now, either as a member of an interim management committee foreman and the presidential administrators, they are being more closely worked. To the best of my knowledge, I'm their chairman for 3 years running. I know what happened before. I know what is happening now.
Okay, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. So, invariably, are you saying that your members in the 27 local governments are calling on His Excellency to run for a second term in office?
Not only our members, people have started, Igbolites have started. When he had the town hall meeting, that was last year.
Okay.
Town hall meeting.
Yes.
I'm talking about the man for MTN. What's his name now? The man in charge, the former chairman of MTN from Ebu, Pascal.
Okay.
Pascal Dozie was the chairman of that event. Everybody coming from all vagaries of political understanding.
It happened in this January, this year?
Yes. Oh yeah, January. That was at WC Kano's square. That was the first place it was formally requested that please, we are asking you to take another 4 years, please. And if people who are outside the system are calling for it, me that is inside now will be angling to make sure that it continues.
Yeah.
So I will be shouting it, but I don't want to approbate and reprobate, just like the lawyers will say. So in my heart, I am praying that he continues the good work. But I will let others that are not within the household to do the shouting. And they are doing the shouting, and I'm sure that they will.
Okay, what are your final words to Ndimo?
My final words to Ndimo is please, let them continue to collaborate with this man. Let them continue to pray for his longevity. Let them continue to pray for peace in Imo. Let them continue to be on the same page with His Excellency Governor Okolieogwo. But this is a man who came with his heart to develop Imo. He is not selfish, he is not self-seeking, he is not looking for properties. I can tell you, this is a man that if you go to his house, he has not added any new block. Okay. If you go to Abuja, he has never added any new block.
So you mean you don't have a house in where is it?
I can't point one. From the one till now, I cannot point one, and he's not interested to have one, where they sit as I speak.
Wow.
But I know he has one in Ahuma, and he never added a new block. He has one in Abuja. I'm not aware that he added any new block. He's not looking for maybe extraordinary properties or maybe sources of income. He's a man that has made himself before he came to power. Okay. So he came here to render service. He's not here to begin to grab, just like others that were before him tried to grab. The immediate government that came to say that he served for 7 months, he was busy trying to develop his personal property at Timbuktu, and his property, his hotel in Owerri here, and of course in Abuja, pursuing the neighboring people to please shift. I want to take over this land. Let me go and locate you. Most of them cannot do that. Uzodinma is somebody that is, when you're happy, he's happy. When you're angry, he's not comfortable. That is why you must make sure that he will make you happy. If you are happy, the environment is happy for him. And he will have a very wonderful leverage to do more. So I want Dimo to please, take it as his way and make sure that they collaborate with the people of Imo who are asking this man to come back for another 4 years. With that, it will be better for us. And I want to believe that we're doing it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.